There are a lot of stupid challenges in Call of Duty. Most of them require you to play with a bad gun or play a map that you're not very familiar with. I decided to say screw all of that, and we're gonna try to play Kino der Toten without doing the pew pew. Can you high round Call of Duty zombies without getting any kills? I originally tried this challenge about a year ago and played on Ascension because I'm a little sissy, but this time I wanted to be a big boy gamer and play on something that required at least a half dozen more brain cells than last time. Right away I died, gave up on the challenge for a month, and then came back thinking somehow Shino Numa would be better for this challenge than Kino was. After getting gently placed on the ground a few times by the flogger trap, I gave that up and went back to Daddy Kino with my tail between my legs. So now it's time to talk rules. For obvious reasons, zombies need to die, so what we're counting as kills is anything that pops up on the in-game scoreboard. If I see a 1 instead of 0, then I have to restart the challenge. Because of this, I'm going to be like that really annoying kid in 6th grade math class who wouldn't stop chewing his fucking gum with his mouth open. You know, I always hoped he would choke on it. Anyway, back to games. Basically, I need lots of gobblegums, and as my comments like to point out, I have a lot of them these days. We'll be using Dead of Nuclear Winter for nukes, Round Robin for stealing back the precious years of my youth that this game has stolen from me, extra credit because I failed 8th grade thanks to my English teacher being a douche and I could have used extra credit, raindrops because 9 power-ups is good, and shopping free because free stuff is also good. Round 1 is ended with a round robin because Overkill is not my middle name, it's actually Smith. On round 3 I was given the gift of Juggernog, round 6 is where shit really hit the fan because the Hellhounds are worse than you would have expected. First of all, they hit like a bus, and secondly, the turret trap in the middle of the theater room sucks. It sucks more than Henry the Friendly Hoover in the middle of a desert. It sucks more than your mom in the back of a subway. The turret takes between 5 and 10 seconds to find each target, and by the time it's killed all of like 6 hellhounds, it's time for the turret to go back to sleep. And this is why America is going to shit, because lazy young people like the turret have no work ethic. I blame the fluoride in the water and cell phones giving all of our children radiation poisoning. I trust everything I see on Facebook, so if you go up to a 5G tower, you will be turned into a super mutant. After leaving the turret trap on the side of a highway because I had no idea how to care for it, I tried out the electric traps and things went moderately okay for a while. I mostly started using them because buying multiple gobblegums per round became unsustainable and the turret isn't worth 50 points, let alone the 1500 that it actually requires to buy it. Round 14 is where we hit our next main obstacle, my attention span. See, I have the concentration and the patience of a toddler, so when I impatiently ran into the dressing room thinking all the zombies had spawned already, I was wrong. One zombie came up from behind me and gave me a little tender kiss on the cheek before smiting me down like the peasant that I am. Luckily I still had a nuke when I got back up to get me out of there without GGing, but now every night I lie awake thinking of that kiss. Round 23 was again another disaster because for some reason Dempsey's a fat piece of shit and doesn't know how to turn his body slightly to the left or to the right to squeeze by this zombie who had left a massive fucking gap for him to run by. Maybe all this cardio from running in circles will do him some good. Round 27, I committed the big stupid by picking up a perk from raindrops and it happened to be Widow's Wine. It was, as the young people say, not very groovy, man. Now I had to throw away all of my Widow's Wine grenades every time I started a new round or got a max ammo because otherwise I risk failing the challenge by killing a zombie with it. Luckily my stupidity remedied the situation for me. When transitioning from round 28 to 29, I ran back through the electric trap, and because I tried sliding and it failed, my character was inside of the trap too long and it downed me. I fucking hate everything. It was a dog round though, so I was able to buy Juggernog and somehow get the Widow's Wine back because just fuck my existence before any zombies came my way. We had a few very close calls with hordes of zombies repeatedly making me spew white stringy stuff everywhere, but luckily none of them perished, so we were still good to go with the challenge. Then on round 36, Dempsey continued to be a useless piece of shit and died once again. Even though this did end up making me game over after running around for a while, that's not where this video is going to end. If I am anything, it is determined and I have a very hard head, so we're going to go back and we're going to try this on a different map. And I know I talked about not being a sissy in the beginning of this video, but I lied, just like how your parents lie about penguins being real. They are not real, they are machines made by the government to distract us from the impending Martian invasion. You need to take care of yourself and you need to watch out for those penguins. Them being in zoos doesn't mean shit. The zookeepers are in on it. What do you think they do the entire time that they're not hanging out? You know, throwing fish at them or, you know, doing cute stuff or cleaning up after them? They're controlling them from the back room that they have. Before I expose too much and the FBI comes and finds me, we headed back to Ascension. This time, however, I will skip past where I died in the previous video and I'll bring you up past my hours of suffering. On round 47, the monkeys took my quick revive because the gobblegum machine was a poopy head and didn't give me anything to take out the monkeys with. Once they took all of the available perks to them, they chased the player around so I was able to cook them medium rare with a bit of A1 steak sauce for good measure. What this meant though was if I took it down, I was going to be screwed, so I played extra super careful until round 48 where we got quick revive back from a sugar-free gobblegum. See, I'm trying to watch my girlish figure and I needed to cut a few calories, so doing some cardio with the sugar-free gum should have done the trick. It is indeed summertime and I gotta show off that beach bod because dad bods are so out of season, we gotta go back to having 12 packs, and I say that as I'm eating food while recording this video. Skipping to round 50, I made a grave mistake by running into the big, muscly arms of a Russian scientist who just so happened to have craving for human flesh. From here, I started buying available perks so that my raindrops had a better chance of giving me Juggernog because I didn't want to open the door to it. If I did open it, then the big Mino monkeys could steal it away from me next time they showed up. After a few epic gaming moments and some butt-clenching ones, I was able to get Juggernog back before the end of round 50. That good fortune would not last long, however, as on round 52, I was the one who became grilled medium rare and was not able to recover from there. Round 52 is where the Legend 42 died. F in the chat if you remember that commercial. So to answer the question of, can you high round Call of Duty Zombies without getting any kills? I would say yes, but I would also say sort of, because I'm bad at video games, so I'm sure someone else could probably get around 100 out there. But for me being bad at video games and having the IQ of like a 6-year-old who had been thrown off of a bridge several times, I'm doing pretty good and I think the round 52 is quite alright. Maybe once I print this out and I show it to my mom, she'll pin it up on the refrigerator so I can be mommy's special boy. I've never been that before, my mom hates me. You know, come to think of it, it's actually kind of a good thing that she doesn't watch this YouTube channel because she'd just look at me and be like, Luke, what the fuck did you choose to do with your life? What is wrong with you? Liking the video would make me happy and disliking would make me very sad. Subscribe if you haven't and follow me on Twitter at RushinOnYT. I love you and goodbye gamers.